The first one seems obvious. Elephants. An adult Asian elephant can weigh over 10,000 pounds. That's not size, that's architecture. Skin thick enough to reduce bite penetration, legs like pillars, momentum that can crush bone on impact. A tiger does not hunt a healthy adult elephant. It doesn't even try. Not because it lacks courage, because it lacks advantage. This isn't prey, it's a moving wall. Micro conclusion: mass alone can override predatory skill, but mass isn't the only variable. Let's lower the size. Rhinoceros, heavier than the tiger, thick hide, forward-pointing horn. But here's what matters most: acceleration. A rhino can charge faster than people expect, and once it commits, there is no clean escape. Tigers ambush, they strike the neck, they collapse prey through suffocation, but against something built to absorb the first hit. The ambush loses power. If the initial bite doesn't end it, the counterattack is devastating. Another micro-conclusion: it's not about who hits harder, it's about who can survive the first mistake. Now let's move to something more realistic. Brown bears. In parts of Russia, tigers and brown bears share territory, and sometimes they kill each other. Yes, tigers have killed bears, usually smaller ones, sometimes similar-sized adults, almost always through surprise. But fully grown male bears, tigers avoid them. Why? Fat layers reduce bite depth. Forelimbs deliver crushing force. Mass allows grappling dominance. If the tiger fails to secure the neck instantly, the fight becomes physical, and physical fights favor weight. But here's the key: a tiger with a broken limb starves. Injury equals death. So when facing something capable of serious damage, the tiger calculates, and sometimes it walks away. Now here's where things shift, because the animal a tiger is most cautious around is not bigger, not stronger. Another tiger. Territorial battles between adult males are brutal. Deep wounds, broken teeth, permanent injuries. Many tiger deaths in the wild come from other tigers. Not prey, not elephants, not bears, their own species. Why? Because equals are unpredictable, and unpredictable is dangerous. Micro-conclusion: the greatest threat to dominance is another dominant predator. But we're not done, because there's one more category: not massive, not armored, but capable of changing the equation entirely. And this one rewrites the meaning of fear. We've talked about size, we've talked about power, we've talked about rivals, but none of those explain the real fear. Here's the turning point. It's not about which animal can kill a tiger, it's about which animal can injure a tiger badly enough to ruin its future. Because a tiger doesn't live in a pride, it doesn't have a pack, it doesn't have allies, it lives alone. Every hunt, every territory patrol, every confrontation, alone. And that changes everything. If a lion gets injured, it may still rely on its pride. If a wolf gets hurt, the pack still hunts. But if a tiger tears a ligament, if it fractures a tooth, if it dislocates a shoulder, there is no backup plan. Injury is not a setback, it's a countdown. And that's what a tiger truly fears. Not death in combat, slow failure afterward. Now let's introduce the variable most people ignore: numbers. Not one wolf, not one dhole. A pack. In parts of India, dholes, Asiatic wild dogs, move in highly coordinated groups. Individually, they are no match for a tiger. One strike, one bite, and it's over. But they don't fight individually. They surround, they distract, they attack from multiple angles. Think of it this way: a tiger is a sniper, one precise move, one decisive strike. A pack is pressure, constant, exhausting, unpredictable. Documented encounters show tigers avoiding large packs of dholes, not because they're weaker, but because the risk multiplies. One bite becomes 3, 3 become 10. Even shallow wounds can become infected. Even small blood loss matters. And fatigue? Fatigue slows reaction time, and slow reaction time gets predators killed. So sometimes when a tiger encounters a large, coordinated pack, it doesn't charge, it withdraws. Not in fear, in calculation. Now let's take this further. For thousands of years, humans have been the only species capable of consistently reducing tiger populations, not through physical superiority, through strategy, through distance, through tools. A tiger can overpower almost any animal in direct combat, but it cannot overpower a projectile fired from distance. It cannot anticipate a hidden trap. It cannot outfight habitat destruction, and that changes behavior. Unlike other predators, humans alter ecosystems, which means the tiger's greatest long-term threat is not muscle. It's intelligence applied at scale. Now, here comes the climax. The animal a tiger truly fears is not defined by size, not by strength, but by damage potential. Elephants don't hunt tigers, but they can crush one. Rhinos don't stalk them, but they can impale one. Bears don't specialize in killing them, but they can overpower them in a prolonged struggle. Rival males don't hunt for food, but they fight for territory. Packs don't overpower instantly, but they erode strength over time. And humans change the rules entirely. So when a tiger steps back, when it avoids a confrontation, when it chooses distance instead of dominance, it's not surrender, it's survival logic. Because in apex combat, there is one rule above all others. The first serious injury is often the last chapter. A tiger survives by minimizing probability of irreversible damage. That is the true meaning of fear in the wild. Not panic, not weakness, probability management. And that's what makes apex predators fascinating. They are not reckless, they are precise. They don't prove strength unnecessarily, they preserve it. Because sitting at the top of the food chain sounds powerful, but it also means something uncomfortable. There is no one coming to help you, and that is why the tiger does not fear everything. It fears the few things that can take away its ability to hunt, and once hunting is gone, everything else follows. So the next time you hear someone say, "Tigers have no natural enemies," understand what that really means. It doesn't mean invincible, it means selective, it means calculated. It means a predator intelligent enough to know exactly what to avoid. And in the wild, that awareness is often more powerful than raw strength